Hey guys, just before this video started, I wanted to remind y'all again to please go check out Mr. Conservative. He makes some pretty cool videos, and I just wanted to give him a shout out before this started again. So please go check him out because his videos are actually really entertaining. Alright, now for the stories. Me and three of my friends, all girls, had the idea of going to one of our favorite camping places, which was a forest, for a picnic. By the time we got there, it was about 7 p.m., so it was just beginning to get a little dark. We didn't really care though anyway. Fast forward to us driving through the forest trying to find a cool place to have our picnic, when suddenly we get totally bogged in some mud. Three of us jumped out to try and push the car out, and my friend's car starts smoking. We all panic. We step a good 10 meters back from it just in case it explodes or something dramatic. Anyway, this is when I realized that I couldn't get reception on my phone. None of us could. The closest road to us is a good 10 kilometers away. We all stopped to think about how we're going to get out of here. The car stops smoking and it's getting freezing. At this point, it's about 10 p.m. We all hop in the car to get warm and decide to stay in the car until morning. When we're just about to get into the car, we hear a scream. Not a scream that you normally hear like when you jump out to scare someone. It was like someone in some serious pain kind of scream. All of us freak out and jump into the car and start panicking. What the heck was that? Someone's been hurt? What do we do? Can we help them? We all got out of the car, grabbed our torches, and headed toward where the sound had come from when my phone started vibrating. Somehow I had gotten reception. It was my brother calling, and I told him that we were stuck and we heard a scream, etc., etc. I was crying to him, and he left straight away to come pick us up. The next morning on the news, only a kilometer or two away from where we were bogged, a woman was reported murdered in the forest where we were, stabbed to death. We had literally listened to a woman being murdered. To this day, I still hear her scream. I can't get it out of my head. One time when I was around 15, I had a dream. I was sitting in the dark on my computer in our computer room when all of a sudden I hear a rustling. I get up and go look down the hallway, and there I see it. It was the most terrifying little creature I've ever seen peeking out of my mom's bedroom door. It was small, and its twisted face smiled at me and dashed across the hall to my sister's room. The next morning, I woke up, and both of my mom and sister had 3 long scratches down the side of their neck. I told them about my dream, and needless to say, we were all pretty freaking spooked. Last night, a friend rushed me out of the house to catch the opening act at a local bar's music night. After a few drinks, I realized my phone wasn't in my pocket. I checked the table we were sitting at, the bar, the bathrooms, and after no luck, I used my friend's phone to call mine. After 2 rings, someone answered, gave out a low, raspy giggle, and hung up. They didn't answer again. I eventually gave it up as a lost cause and headed home. I found my phone laying on my nightstand, right where I left it. I had to take care of my mentally handicapped cousin a few years back. She could get around well enough, but due to severe arthritis in her knees and ankles, she had to be watched, helped into the bath, stuff like that. I would go into her room in the morning, help her to her walker so she could use the bathroom, and make her breakfast. One morning, I heard the water running in the bathroom when I went to check on her. I had to pass her room on the way to the bathroom. When I did, I saw that she was in her rocking chair in the corner, her blanket over her head, and she was rocking back and forth. "Don't leave the water on. You're going to flood the place." I went into the bathroom and shut the faucet off, and my cousin was standing there washing her face. I immediately ran back into the room, but it was just her blanket crumpled up in the rocking chair. My cousin wanted to know why I undid her bed. I didn't stay too long after that. My mom just recently told me the story of her friend's creepy dad. One night when she was younger, she stayed over at this friend's house. Her friend's creepy dad offered fresh venison for dinner. Mom had never had venison, but of course ate it, not to be rude. Her friend later tells her that her dad is not a hunter. Years later, we learned that this creepy dad had murdered and cannibalized several women over the course of his life. Mom is pretty sure she ate human meat. Thank you so much for watching. I tried to include more stories for this one, thus to make it more appealing. So, Halloween is coming up, and I'll definitely be making a video special for that time. But stay tuned for upcoming content, and also check out my other videos, 4 disturbing stories and 2 creepy camping stories. Those are the other 2 videos that I've released. And I'm just now getting really started with this account, and those rough edges I mentioned in my first video are now getting smoothed out with each new video release. And that's all for now, so have a great rest of the weekend.